Cruising down this open stretch of Southern Highway are two of the greatest bike builders alive today, Russell Mitchel and Eddie Trotta. They've had just 30 days to build motorcycles tough enough to take the 700-mile journey from Fort Lauderdale to Atlanta for the Great American Motorcycle Show. There, the people will decide which of the two master craftsmen will emerge victorious when choppers battle it out for bike build-off domination. Deep in the heart of Sun Valley, California, a gritty manufacturing town outside Los Angeles, sits Exile Cycles. Exile's fearless leader is Russell Mitchel, a man who handcrafts motorcycles that match his personal bike-building philosophy: lean, clean, and aggressive.
I'm very narrow-minded taste-wise. I like one thing, and that's what I like. And I don't, and I won't, and I never have allowed the customer to say, well, you know, I want twisted spokes and yellow frame and orange this. You know, I have no interest in building that bike. It's hideous to me. Even today, you know, I walk into a room and I see one of our bikes, and I'm still like, whoa, that's such a good-looking bike, which, you know, may sound a little arrogant or big-headed, but that's how I feel. This is one of our Exile rigid frames. We have them manufactured for us. This frame's got 2 inches of stretch, and it's got 45 degrees of rake in the neck. So it's a little bit up, a little bit kicked out. We're gonna do something a little bit tricky with the handlebars. We're actually gonna do clip-ons and have a real sort of, you know, aggressive chopper, sort of strange, industrial, something a little bit different from what's been seen before out there, I think. It's amazing how much heavier the performance motors are than the stock ones.
Exile's bike will have a ferocious 124 cubic inch total performance engine, which will deliver 125 horsepower to the rear wheel.
This bike's gonna be kind of like Swedish Chopper met a drag bike in a bar and had one night of unbridled passion, and this bike is the bastard child of that mating. So this is gonna be a pretty aggressive looking bike, so we wanted to give it a big, meaty motor. So its bark is as bad as its bite, or...
While Exile's Southern California crew gets down to business, 3,000 miles away in southern Florida, another build-off bike will soon be born. Set against the glitzy beachside lifestyle of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Eddie Trotta's Thundercycle designs continually crank out some of the wildest choppers for some of the wealthiest clientele. Eddie exploded onto the motorcycle building scene in the late 80s, and his unique combination of flash and elegance has set the standard for chopper designers around the world.
As you come in the store, we try to feature some of our bikes that we have. You know, we try to start with a low-end bike.
They're like techno choppers, you know? Kind of like the old style flare, but real high-tech mega dollar, you know? There's a way we can burn up some money doing it, we'll do it.
Come on, Bubba, it's time to go to work.
All right.
This is the frame we're gonna use. So this bike's gonna kind of come and flow and go all into one piece. Kind of like I like to kind of think of my bikes as a Ferrari motorcycle. Long, smooth, flowing lines. This is just a temp engine that we're gonna do just so we can make sure that this frame's gonna fit the 131-inch motor.
The first plan of action is to attach the rear wheel and line up the driveline. Eddie can then tackle the fender.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna cut a big piece of steel, fit right inside here. We're gonna slot the fender and slide it right in. And it'll be a strutless floating fender. John Jolly here. John's been with me for 9 or 10 years. I fired him 6 or 7 times.
Hi.
He crashed this week. He crashed and burned. He ran into our building down the street at about 100. What John's doing right now, he's programming that a little cross that we're going to put into the tank on the bike.
Three-dimensional gas
So
tank
he's doing
insert.
like a 3D program. Should be the center part of the whole bike, kind of like sitting there glowing.
Well, I don't know about that, man. We make a lot of other neat parts, but it'll add to the overall effect. We got to do something to try to beat these guys, man. They're good. They're real good.
After John designs Eddie's emblem on the CAD system, the 3D tank insert is put through Eddie's own CNC machine.
Looking good. We're gonna put the LED lights underneath. We gouged it out. They're gonna come through the hole there. We'll come up through the center of the tank. And if it fits, we're looking good. And this should fit right in there.
Looking pretty good.
For Russell, too, the tank can make or break the look of the bike.
For me, the gas tank is a real key element of the bike. I mean, the shape of the gas tank sets the flavor of the bike, totally against the whole swoopy teardrop fashion, this year's fashion, next year's fashion, you know what I mean? Basically, Sportster tank, classic shape, Fat Bob tank, classic shape, simple shapes.
While Eddie uses high-tech computerized fabrication, Russell stops by at Metalite, where old-school heavy-duty machinery will mold steel into classic industrial shapes.
They put a big square sheet of steel in this press, shove a huge tool up into the flat sheet of steel, and we get one beautiful gas tank. Basic brute force technology, been around forever. This machine here was built in 1917. Nothing's changed, they just kept it running, man.
Returning to Exile headquarters, the West Coast team kicks back with some pizza. Russell's key crew members are Dave and Dylan. Dave's an old friend from England, called in after Russell fired his lead mechanic for fighting. Dylan is a 19-year-old welding wonder boy and Russell's talented right-hand man.
The truth of the whole thing is, I'm never busy. Russ always looks like he's busy, and Dylan always is busy.
It's the way it should be. It's a finely tuned shop. We're gonna try it. Just bought it.
Makita, dude.
I think this blade might be a...
Such a straight line with Makita.
Despite Dylan's advice, Russell can't wait to break in a new toy to cut his bike's tank. But Russell quickly learns that his pneumatic jigsaw isn't up to the task.
I'll tell you what I am gonna do. I'm gonna try and cut it on that though for fun. No, it's all right. Yeah. Be interesting.
Still ignoring Dylan's suggestion, the Exile boss turns to his new bandsaw, hoping that it does the job.
I think we lost a few too many teeth on this blade.
2 blades bite the dust. Next up, the Makita cutting wheel.
Oh, I was right, dude. The Makita's the best way to do that. We haven't done one of these Sportster-shaped tanks where we've dropped the tank right down onto the backbone of the frame. So this is kind of a new experience for us, trying to figure out what position suits the lines of the bike. It is going to be small, but...
Day 10. Eddie's got to focus if he's going to finish fabrication, paint, and assembly in time to get on the road to Atlanta. His design inspirations come from what he sees in life.
You have to look at a motorcycle like you look at a woman. You know, they have distinct features, you know, like the big tires, like a big butt. And then coming into the gas tank, you got the little skinny waistline. And then go up into the gas tank, you got a nice full chest. And people tip my motorcycle.
Here, we'll get some clamps on.
Bubba usually dominates the welding department, but for this bike, Eddie decides to pick up the torch for the first time in years.
You know, how do I want to do this? Wow, this is tricky. I should have, like, did a little brush up welding before I jump right in, but...
It's day 15 of fabrication. Exile Cycles is cranking to get through the next phase of construction.
We're gonna get into the fender today, real short. Hopefully get into putting the seat pan in place, get this thing looking a little more like a motorcycle, but it's looking good.
The petcock controls the flow of gas to the engine and is normally located on the gas tank. But as usual, the rebel behind Exile Cycles has a different idea.
Because of the position of the tank, the front of the tank being right down here, we can't use a petcock in the same way you normally would on the underside of a gas tank. It'll be hanging down here, way ugly. We're trying to run the gas lines back to the carb. So what we're gonna do, this is a remote petcock. Got two inputs, one for main tank, one for reserve, and then this feeds the carburetor. Gonna mount this in here so that the little lever sits here, will just peep out below the gas tank, and this will be how we turn our gas on and off.
To make this mean machine lean, they will cut a normal-sized fender short, very short.
I think it will be eventually shorter than that, but we'll do that once we've made the seat pan. Then I think what we should do is take this, mount it, and then use the seat pan to shape the fender accordingly. So no girls on this one. Nobody's gonna sit on the back of this thing. It's gonna be this long. My is gonna be here, and that's it, you know. It's gonna be pretty skinny. Today we're gonna start my tattoo. Greg did this little lot for me up to the chest. But say goodbye to the back, because after today, it'll never be the same again. Sorry, Mum. I was born in the countryside in England in a little farming village, cows everywhere. And pretty much figured, you know, I'd grow up, work, marry, die in the same village. Went off to university, trained to be a veterinarian really young for my year, so I was actually 23. My 23rd birthday was my first day as a veterinarian. Moved to London for that job, and that pretty much opened my eyes, you know, the big city, nightlife, went off the rails, you know, the whole punk scene. And somehow I got mixed up with a modeling agency and met a girlfriend through that. She actually moved over here to California for 6 months. I came over on vacation to visit her. Her agency over here said, hey, why don't you come stay for 6 months? We can get you some work. They got me a visa, and like every other English guy, you know, that was 12 years ago, and I ain't been home yet.
Day 20. There are only 10 days left, and though the clock is ticking, Eddie is missing in action. The Prince of Choppers spends the first half of every day conducting business from the comfort of his own very comfortable home.
This is my humble home.
He also manages to squeeze in time for some of his favorite recreational activities.
I used to boat race back in the, like, 70s, early 80s.
And here it comes across the finish line, Eddie Trotta, Rampage after about 185 miles.
Congratulations, went very well.
Thank you very much.
You bet.
So, still got a little 35 cigarette over there behind us.
Keeps the blood flowing, you know, when I go get beat up, go out and jump some waves, release some anger.
Thunder Cycle Designs is a family affair. Minding the store is Eddie's 28-year-old daughter, Jill. So where's Eddie?
2 or 3 pulls in, and then it's on the phone, and then he might come in for a few minutes, and then he goes down to the fab shop. So by the time he gets back here, it's about 10 minutes before we're all leaving, and then we leave. It's 6 o'clock. And then he starts working without all of us, and that's why he writes notes, because none of us are here.
Although Jill is a key player in Eddie's life, it wasn't always that way. Until 5 years ago, Eddie didn't even know he had a daughter and a granddaughter.
Oh, well, I only met him 5 years ago. So he became a dad and a grandfather all at once. Being a dad was overwhelming, but being a grandpa, he didn't like that. He likes to keep his young image. So he bribes my daughter, gives her $5 every time she goes up to a girl and tells the girl that it's her big brother Eddie instead of Grandpa Eddie. So it's pretty funny.
You have to build motorcycles, you know, it's in your blood.
It is?
Uh-huh. Whether you like it or not.
Maybe she'll just hang out and drive fast cars.
You're destined to build motorcycles.
Back in California, only 5 days remain, the bare minimum necessary to get the bikes painted and on the road. Exile's lowrider is starting to take shape to the satisfaction of the Southland's cockiest Brits.
It's going to be sex on wheels, mate. It is going to be the problem. Sex on wheels. Dylan has a point that sort of bugged me for a while. Whether or not that little piece of fender should be black, or whether we should tie it in with the frame and make it sterling, because we are going to have a black leather seat here. But if we have it silver coated, there's no opportunity for body work, which means it has to be beautiful. I don't want it to look shabby, but the right color. So we got to make a decision.
One thing Russell doesn't have to decide about is the tire size. He'll use the Exile signature width, a meaty 230.
We pretty much started this whole wide tire thing here in the States. We were running 200 tires 10 years ago when the Americans didn't even know such a thing existed, and we were bringing them in from Germany. We were the first to run the fat front tires. And slowly but surely it caught on, and then everybody had to have a fat tire, and as always, you know, it went from the sublime to the ridiculous. You know, we had the good taste, and now the guys are out there with the 300s and the 350s and looking ridiculous and having to move their transmission 10 miles into the next zip code to get the tire in.
But for Eddie, bigger is better. He's not going with a 230, he's going with a 280.
Right now, when I build a bike with a 280 tire, the motor's dead center, the transmission's dead center, and the wheel's dead center. So I believe, you know, the 280 tire looks great. It's a perfect, almost 12 inches, and I'm happy with it, and I'm sticking with it. This is me.
What we're gonna do is make some exhaust pipes from scratch. So rather than use a box of bends, we're gonna actually bend them on a Mitchel bender. They'll get made out of one big long straight set of pipes. So actually pipes from scratch.
Day 25. Both teams are cranking hard to finish fabrication tonight to get the bikes to paint.
We're a little behind schedule. Would have liked to finish by now. But we still got 5 hours to midnight, and we got about a good 3 hours of work left. Well, maybe 8 hours of work left, but we're gonna make it 3 hours.
As the sun sets, both shops are going nuts. As the clock is ticking, Russell is still flying by the seat of his pants.
We're still undecided as to whether this is going to be black or silver. I've gone back to thinking it's going to be black, but
Nah, silver.
serious. You know, I hate tank being one color and fenders being another color. It's my pet peeve. But we'll cut it, we'll trim it. I'm keeping an open mind for once in my life. My darling!
Near the end of the day, Exile Cycles gets a visitor, Russell's 6-year-old son, Lucas.
You have a good day at school?
For the most important decisions, Russell consults his most trusted advisor.
What about silver?
Silver?
Yeah, think that'd be cool?
What about black?
Black is cool, right, that's a good idea. Maybe how about a black gas tank? And what about the fender, black or silver?
Black.
That's my boy. That's it. Gas cap in and we're ready for paint, man. Let's have a sit on.
Lucas made final call. Exile's low-profile dragster can now cruise to paint.
Watch out, Eddie, we're coming, man. We're coming.
But back in Fort Lauderdale, things are really heating up.
We got a half hour. No problem.
While Bubba races to finish the bodywork, Eddie struggles to assemble the triple trees and lower legs.
Look at that. It's destroyed already. I throw them away in f***ing garbage. Great. Really great.
Bubba's got the job done, but Eddie's still fighting the triple trees. He's now minutes away from midnight.
Five sets of legs of Miracle suspensions. I'm gonna go over there and throw every one of them away.
Eddie has finally beaten the triple trees into submission. He mounts the wheel and the bike is ready for paint with only 3 minutes to spare.
By the narrower margins. With no help from the lower legs. And the triple trees. I think we should extend the ride and go right to Canada. See if Russell could hang with the big guys. I know he's used to riding the little California things. See if he can ride on the East Coast.
Eddie keeps his personal life very simple.
Yeah, I'm a bachelor. Never been married. Bachelor life is great. And I kind of worn it out, you know, like I pushed it to the limits. The 70s in Fort Lauderdale were rocking, you know. There was a lot of stuff going on.
In the early 70s, Eddie got involved in horse breeding and boat racing. In a short time, he became enormously successful in both arenas.
The 70s were fun in Fort Lauderdale. I mean, I was rocking. I was doing, like, exciting things, like living, like, a larger-than-life lifestyle. And the Internal Revenue sees some young guy doing too good, and I was like, I exceeded the fun meter, you know, so they gave me a ticket for having too much fun.
That ticket sent Eddie to prison for 5 years. And according to Eddie,
that ticket was a tax conviction, you know. I went from having everything you can imagine in life, you know, houses, cars, boats, and to, you know, living in a little cubicle.
But Eddie's bad luck didn't end with a prison sentence.
The day I got off parole, I get diagnosed with cancer. Then I had to do chemotherapy. So, I mean, I'm bald and looking like Freddy Krueger, and I didn't want to leave the house.
Trapped in his house and going stir-crazy, Eddie found comfort by returning to a childhood passion, building motorcycles.
I got like head over heels involved in it. You know, I didn't want to do nothing else, didn't want to go out in public. So the only thing I did was, like, I was driven to build motorcycles. You know, like, it was like therapy to me. It helped me get better, and in the motorcycle business has been great to me. You learn what's important in life real quick, you know? All of a sudden, money and fame and powerboats ain't everything in life, you know? You just want to go out there and earn a living and have a normal lifestyle.
Most people wouldn't call bike building a normal lifestyle, but Eddie Trotta finally found a home when he built Thunder Cycle Designs.
We're here at Olympic Coatings. We've come down here to get our frame aluminum ceramic coated. This bike is going to look like it has an aluminum frame, but it's actually going to be a steel frame coated with this aluminum-based coating. It has to leave here with me today, looking A1, ready for us to Scotch-Brite, finish it, build it, kick Eddie's with it. First step is that material has to be sandblasted so that the coating has something to adhere to. Then it goes into a sort of typical spray booth situation. Then it's going to be dumped in a huge trough full of agitated little ceramic balls that are going to polish away at the surface, and by magic, when it comes out of that, it's going to look like a polished aluminum frame. That's the effect we're going for. I'm excited, man. My bars are ruling. It's going to be wild. It's going to be tough as can be. We're about to put the motor in. This is a Scotch-Brite pad. Basically, same thing you clean your pans with. What I'm doing is taking the shine off the surface. We are completely counterculture. Everybody else is spending all their money and time making their bike as shiny as possible and as chromy as possible and as brightly colored as possible. And we spend all our time making it as flat and dull and as industrial as possible.
In stark contrast to Russell's industrial dragster, over in Florida, Eddie's bike goes glam, Miami style.
Looks magic. You know, it's sleek and streamlined now, and now it's up to Bones to lay on the artwork and decide what the ultimate outcome will be.
Bones is Eddie's painter, the master behind Thundercycle Design's signature mind-blowing paint. He goes to work on a radical design intended to blow the competition off the highway.
We're heading to the paint shop, and we're gonna check out the paint job, decide if we're gonna throw some candy on it or leave it silver. I guess there'll be a big decision in a couple of minutes. Look at that paint job! Oh my God! You are so good.
What do you think?
Paint it black. So here's the big dilemma. If we go candy blue, we did a test panel, we cheated.
We'll lose some of
Let's take that tank outside, can we?
Yeah, sure.
Bikes live and breathe outdoors, so Eddie checks the look of the paint in the sunlight.
Let's check it out. Look at that flake. I think we're gonna go with this. We got time problems and...
I like it.
Well, let's finish it.
Sounds good.
Man, I thought this thing be running by now.
It's day 29. Eddie and his crew next tackle assembly. This is when details become crucial.
We're trying to have a real ultra clean motorcycle. Everything hidden. No wires, no cables, no lines. And so when this bike's done, the only lines you should see is basically maybe the throttle cable leaving the carburetor. But besides that, everything else should be hidden.
The Exile team's next hurdle is to attach the clip-on handlebars, another of Russell's unusual choices for this industrial lowrider.
It's the first time we've done a bike with clip-ons. In fact, it's pretty much the first chopper I'm aware of with clip-ons. Everybody says, oh, it can't be done, oh, it won't work, mate, don't bother, it's not gonna happen, you know what I mean? And if you listen to them, nobody will ever try anything. But I guarantee you, a year from now, you'll have seen 20 more. Hopefully this will fit over here, just like... Can you say clean as a bloody whistle?
But even more innovative is Russell's twist grip clutch. Using a modified internal throttle assembly, Russell has fabricated a matching twist action clutch. The internal mechanism slides into the handlebars, and then the clutch cable and assembly housing are secured. The grip is attached to the twist shaft, creating a very clean, uncluttered look.
Twist it, disengage it. Look, see? You've never seen that before. Viewers at home, twist grip clutch. That's it, man. In all its glory.
Day 30, and it's Russell's turn to sweat. He has only 2 hours left to get the bike running and then make his plane to meet Eddie in Fort Lauderdale.
Man, the pressure's really on. Damn. That would be, dude. Yeah. We'll do it, man. We'll do it. I'm not scared. I'm not scared of no East Coast boy. Isn't that right, Dylan? Damn right. I think for most people, the first bike they build, the wiring scares the hell out of them. It is. And when you get it done, it's cool. Now, you know, now I know what I'm doing.
The battery's charged, the gas tank's full. There's only one thing left to do.
That sounded like noise.
Oh, that thing just blew fire.
Did it? Don't waste it. Oh, yeah, not on the bike, mate. Not on the bike. I'll be by the bike. Give it up, Eddie. It's all over, man. It's all over.
Russell's minimalistic muscle machine is ready to battle Eddie's wild and rowdy chopper for bike build-off supremacy.
That looks excellent.
Russell's like a dangerous type of guy. You know, he built a sleeper bike, and a lot of people relate to those bikes, you know, and they look at my bikes and they look like it's a flying saucer. Me, I gotta have it all tweaked out.
I think it was a great team effort.
Team effort. I kicked that.
I just went to Atlanta and back to our test ride, so Russell's in a lot of trouble. All right, Russ, once you get a picture of my bike, I know you're gonna be a little intimidated, but I understand. So if you wanna just send like a replacement or a blow-up doll, we'll understand.
As the sun sets, Russell and the Exile crew land in Eddie's hometown, where the two rivals will finally meet.
Hey, Russ.
How are you, man?
How you doing?
Yeah, man. Good to see you.
Welcome to the Florida.
Thank you. It's nice weather.
Yeah, it's,
Can you guarantee it all the way up there?
no.
Alrighty, man.
All right.
Comfort 101, my bagger, touring bike.
At least you weren't a build a softail, at least
Right, no, you know me,
a
man.
proper rigid.
Not gonna happen for me.
All right. Proud of you.
Alrighty. All right, with the huge cross, man. Rigid too, right?
Yeah, hell
Right,
yeah.
cool.
You're both gonna be pissing blood by the second day.
Yeah. Thanks for coming.
Wow.
It's you, man.
And I was worried about me being uncomfortable. Wow, this is cool. I love these little bars. You ride this thing a lot yet?
We got a couple of miles on it. That's about it. But we're
Two different ends of the spectrum.
on the edge of the...
At the crack of dawn, the guys hit the open road.
Off we go, man.
They have 700 miles and 3 days to make it all the way to Atlanta, Georgia, the site of the Great American Motorcycle Show. Their first pit stop is Alligator Alley.
Having fun, beautiful day. Can't get no better than this.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet, Dad?
Russell's boys get a glimpse of local Florida wildlife and break a few laws while they're at it. Their engines growling, the pack rolls into the night. After 10 hours on the road, the posse crashes at a Sarasota hotel.
It was exceptionally good fun.
Days like today were like, you know, what they made motorcycles for.
Up at daybreak with 400 miles left to go, the boys hit the highway. The crew isn't on the road for long. Russell's sporty peanut-sized tank forces the bikers to stop every 70 miles.
Like you could beat up a Exile bike and not worry about it, you know? You could lay it down and like, it's cool, you know?
What are you saying, my bikes are prissy?
They're beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I'd be scared to touch it, literally.
This time, the smell of burning rubber forces the guys off the road.
Tire will start falling apart before too long.
What's that? I'll tell you the story of the tire. I mounted the fender, and the boys said, mount it really close to the tire. And I said, no, the tire will rub. And they said, mount it really close to the tire. So I said, okay, I'll mount it really close to the tire. And I did, and it rubbed. But cunningly, I have a spare fender in my bag, and I also have a spare tire. Changed down the transmission sprocket 1 tooth, moved the tire back 1/4 inch, sorted right out.
If it ain't touching, you ain't trying.
That's all right, though. It's still going to take first place.
Russell puts off fixing the bike until later, but before the motorcycle mob can get back on the road, they have to comply with the law.
And the greasy state of Georgia is going to make us wear these stupid helmets.
I can't hear you, I got a helmet on.
But just 10 miles into Georgia, the beautiful Florida sunshine is wiped out by a sudden rainstorm. With the rain coming down hard, Russell breaks away from the pack.
Love it! Yeah.
Ozzy Osbourne.
When the rain turns to hail, Eddie figures it's time to pull over and trailer his bike.
Can't you get away from me?
So what happened, man?
I got wet. Got on the road and had no glasses on. I felt like I was getting hammered in the eyes with nails.
Russell just phoned to say the same thing. He said, I'm at 112. I give up. Come and get me.
Good going, Russell.
Yeah.
A few exits down the highway, Russell is trailering his bike.
I give up. I'm bummed, man. Like 100 miles to Atlanta. It's so dangerous on that freeway. I opened it up to go past the car in my back wheel. I'm like, I'm not gonna win any bike shows if I lay it down. So we're going in the truck.
The storm has put the group way behind schedule. The team now has just an hour and a half to make the final 100 miles. Russell spends the ride in the back of the trailer, changing his destroyed fender and tire. At exactly 8 p.m., Russell and Eddie roll into the Great American Motorcycle Show. 11,000 rabid motorcycle fans are to see the build-off bikes go head-to-head. The votes start pouring in, and it's up to this southern crowd to decide which of these two monster bikes will reign as the baddest of the land. Will it be the West Coast industrial muscle machine?
It's hot.
Or the East Coast tricked out new school chopper?
Definitely the ball.
With competition close, the rivals have devised their own secret weapons.
This is the lovely Mary. She's going to make everybody vote for us.
You got voted?
You voted?
Would you like to vote for Russell?
Yeah, we need to vote.
Yeah. Come on, I'll get you a pencil.
All right.
Eddie's posters prove especially popular with the voting crowd.
I like Eddie's bike because I like the design features a lot better and like the cross in the tank and everything. The bike over there though, I mean, it looks like something that'd sell at Walmart pretty much.
I liked the Exiles for a long time. Yeah, they're monolithic. Monolithic. One big chunk. Yeah.
Sophisticated customer base we have.
She's into the Trotta deal. I'm into the simplicity of that. I mean, everything is just, there's no frills, everything's there for business.
He drags Harley, so he likes everything clean and lean. I like pretties.
But the build-off isn't just a beauty contest. The guys can't wait to get their bikes out and flex some muscle. Both teams start to sweat as the votes are tallied.
So in 30 days, these guys built some awesome, awesome machines. I'd like to bring up Russell Mitchel and Eddie Trotta. The winner is Eddie Trotta.
Sorry, but the English people die in this movie.
Buddy, it'll look good.
Damn.
Yeah.
The riders bond by trading shirts, hardcore members of the Brotherhood of Bike Builders. Eddie Trotta and Russell Mitchel are undeniably two of the most influential bike builders in the world. Though their styles and philosophies are vastly different, what they have in common is their love of motorcycles and the open road.